Hello, everybody. This is the lovely Miss Di, and I just want Minnie Grizzly to say hi. Hi, everybody. Isn't he cute? I love you, Minnie Grizzly. Thank you, Grizzly, for giving me this stuffed animal. I used the towel that you gave me as his little blankie. He loves it. Thanks. But on a more serious note, I'm here to talk about love today and being able to love, having the capacity to love is the essence of the human spirit and condition. And it may not always be a romantic love. It could be agape friendship love, loving people as God loves us, being our brother and sister's keeper, um, being unselfish, being empathetic people. But in the course of life and through life's trials and tribulations, a lot of people forget how. And they let being scarred and scalded by life's experiences rob them of the capacity to love. Or may have been burned by somebody and now they have a defense mechanism up that I'm not going to trust anybody, therefore I'm not going to be hurt again. Well, I have news for you. Without trust, you can't love, because that's the foundation for any relationship is trust. I'm not saying that you have to hang on to a person's every word. It's a bit naive to hang on to everything somebody says, because as honest as people are, as honest as you would like to believe people are, everyone has the capacity to lie. Even I do. I try not to. I'm not gonna sit up here and say that I never lie, but it would not be to the best decision making possible of someone just to assume because they love someone that they're never gonna tell them a tale, that they're never gonna try to deceive them and get away with it. We would hope that we chose well enough so that that doesn't happen. But sometimes you can be hurt in love. But I think that's when the test truly comes, because it's easy to love somebody when everything is going well. But the true test comes when the person has gotten on the last little bit of nerve that you have, but you still have energy left in you to release boundless amounts of love to that person. And the faith that you have in God and the faith that you have in the relationship, you harness that energy even when you can't stand the ground that the person walks on at that time. You still are able to love them past their shortcomings. That's true love. So many people and the media has trivialized relationships, serious, monogamous, ongoing relationships have been trivialized. You see it on the soaps. People hop from bed to bed with people, and on network television like it's nothing. And that's entertaining to some people. There is no greater gift than being able to share yourself with one person and let that relationship be a light and a witness of God's love. Because first, in order to love anybody else, you have to first love God and then yourself. Love is available to everybody, but not everybody has the discernment to pick somebody that can truly love them, and not everybody finds it. And being a good person does not guarantee that you will find a good individual. You have to pray to God, show yourself friendly, show yourself worthy of a mate, put yourself in a position where people could recognize that you are someone special, and then love will come. And I believe that if you are a faithful servant of God, that He will give you the desires of your heart. There is no Mr. Dime as of right now. Do I have an idea of who I want? Am I praying to God that it's the person that I want it to be? Yes, every day. But I know if God were to give me my blessing right now, I would probably take my eyes off God, which is where it should be, and place all of my attention and love and devotion in that man. And I'm not saying you shouldn't give your attention and love and devotion to your betrothed, but you should never take your eyes off God. I'm not saying be obsessed with the church and try to basically live there to the point where you don't handle your business as a husband or wife. Still be a husband and a wife, but you can still be a steward in your Christian walk. If that's your religion, that's my religion, and I'm not trying to force religion on anybody, but it has given me some principles and guidelines to draw from in my daily life. I'm not saying that everybody has to live according to Miss Dime, but these are my morals and standards, and I think they're pretty darn good. But there's so many things that people miss the mark on in everyday culture. They have delusions that love is going to be this perfect Disney-like thing where somebody is going to come sweep you off your feet and you're going to ride away into the sunset. With the current person that of my interest, I could not stand the ground that he walked on in the beginning. I didn't even want to be his friend, but the friendship has blossomed very well. We are nothing beyond friends. That person is a crush at this point in time. But if I had it my way, we'd be dating. Trust me, we would. But I made that point to say that crushes and love may come in the most unlikely places. It might be to somebody you never thought you'd be attracted to. Because when I came to know that individual, I was in a mode where I wouldn't spit on a man if he was on fire. I was hurt. I was upset. I was going through my personal upheavals. I didn't want to be bothered with a man. But sometimes when you close your heart off from people, you could be missing your blessing. And it would have been the biggest mistake of my life to reject that person from being my friend. I'm so glad that they are. I thank God. And honestly, I pray that it ends up being a relationship. But this casual dating thing in America and abroad bothers me because it's desensitized people to the essence of a bond that you're supposed to have with another human being. So many people feel that you're more desirable and more attractive based on the number of relationships that you have. I think that relationships are like tape, and when you stick tape to one thing, it sticks pretty well. But after you stick that same piece of tape to multiple things, it doesn't start to stick as well. And I want my bond with the person of my interest or whoever comes along to be strong as oak. I don't want it to be shaky, and for that person to still have soul bonds and soul ties to women that he knew before me, and for me to be having soul ties and soul bonds to men that I knew before him. I want to be able to give him something that I can say that no man ever had, and I want something from him that I can say that he can say no woman ever had. I want to have a special exclusive bond with the person. I'm not trying to share anybody. I'm not going to compete for your attention with anyone. Choose me definitively or don't choose at all. You're not going to have it both ways. I'm not going to be your homie, burp and fart with you when it's convenient for you, and then you want to pick it up and acknowledge my feelings when it's convenient for you. No, I deserve somebody who will be devoted to me and will zero their interest in on me, and it wouldn't matter if Halle Berry walked in the room. They would say that Miss Dime is the most beautiful black woman that ever walked the earth. That's my person of interest. That's the apple of my eye, the creme de la creme. And that's the woman that I chose. And that's the woman that I want to be with. And there would be no hesitation, no shadow of a doubt in that person's mind, because they would know I'm a catch. I wouldn't have to convince them, and they wouldn't have to convince me that they're a catch. It would be something that the relationship would be cultivated over time, and we would both reach that conclusion. But so many people are so ready to settle for a piece of a person instead of the whole pie. I know I like cheesecake. I don't want one slice. I want the whole thing. I don't want half or 3/4 or what 1% of a person's heart. I want their whole heart. I'm not gonna be in physical tug of war with you over your heart. You want another person? Walk out the door. It's not that deep, and it's not that serious that I'm willing to give up my dignity just to say I have somebody with me. And sticking and moving does not make a person a man. Slanging that vajayjay doesn't make a person a woman. Being able to accept adult responsibility, handle your business as an adult, that's what makes you an adult. So many people think because they can do it real good that makes them a good partner. Nobody has a patent on that. You can always find somebody who can do it at the same level, less or better than that person. The small things are what's important to me. Like a guy knowing that I like the little sugar cookies that come in that little package when you buy a Happy Meal, and him picking up the Happy Meal and knowing because I like the sugar cookies, him buying it. That doesn't cost a whole lot of money, but it means something to me because that person remembered my favorite thing. Being in a position where the person doesn't have to wait until an anniversary or your birthday to appreciate you. You're appreciated every day. And it not mattering who they're around, they can proclaim their love. And being in a relationship where people can see the spark and the fire and the magic between two people, and people don't even have to say they go together. People can just look at them and see. And I would want somebody who would be so proud to take me home to their family, and that I would be embraced, and the woman wouldn't be threatened by me. But if she was threatened by me, the man would be man enough to say that, Mom, you're my mother, but this is the woman of my choosing. She's not going anywhere. I respect you. You brought me into this world, but you can't cause a divide between my woman of choice. Well, anyway, I'm about to run out of time on this particular video. I'm going to make a part 2. Bye-bye.